Hello and welcome to this week's episode of Blue Eyes Talks. I'm Blue and I like to talk about figure skating. In today's video, I'm finally doing my 300 subscriber rescoring, and the program I've decided to rescore is Deniss Vasiljevs free skate from the Sheffield Grand Prix. I really hope you enjoy it. Okay, so I finally decided what rescoring video I will do for 300 subscribers, and we're going to rescore Deniss Vasiljevs free skate from the Sheffield Grand Prix. I've chosen this program because I was there and I love this, and it's got a very special place in my heart. As always, I've got skating scores open so I can rescore as we go, and then I've also managed to find the old handbook from this season so we can follow the actual rules from then. By the way, this was really hard to find. The ISU is very bad at archiving their scoring related stuff. So without further ado, let's get into it. The crowd was very loud at this event, by the way. I should warn you now. Okay, let's have a look back at it in slow motion. Let's just go back. Let me see where he took off. That's just before the half mark, really good. Does come down on the quarter, so I'm okay with that, but I think you can kind of see both feet do touch the ice. So we've got a Q, and then we've also got a two-footed landing. So let's rewatch it one more time in real time. So Q, two-footed landing. Let's have a look. So with the jump, we have good height and length, yes. Good takeoff and landing, no, we don't, because it was lacking a little bit of rotation and also two-footed. Effortless, I'm not going to give, just because he had to fight on that landing a bit. Steps before the jump, not really. Good body position, yes, I'll give him that one, and it matched the music. So we're capped at +3, but we got +3 anyway. And now for the deductions. So we've got the Q, so -2 for the Q, which takes us to +1 overall. And then touchdown with one hand or free foot. I think, well, yeah, it's a little bit ambiguous with this one because you also have landing on 2 feet in a jump. So this is more of a touch because you can see that he didn't land and then lift up his free leg. He kind of touched with the free foot and then moved it. But this is kind of where some scoring discrepancies can come in. So I'm going to give the -2 here, just to be as harsh as possible, and that brings us to -1 overall. But if you look at the judges, it's very possible that, for example, the US and the Italian judge went with landing on 2 feet and went harsh, compared to the Georgian judge and the Japanese judge, who went with where am I looking, sorry, went with touchdown with one hand or free foot, and so that's where you end up with some giving -5 and some giving -2. I'm giving -1, so who knows how wrong I am. Alright, let's keep going. Sorry to interrupt, that is very interesting that Mark called it a two-footed landing, when again, it's it's an ambiguous situation. I really love Dennis's axles. I think they're gorgeous. Let's just watch it slowed down just so we can get all of the detail. I mean, that's pretty much a perfect takeoff, isn't it? Yeah, that's fine, rotation wise. And then a tiny bit of a toe axle there. Not the best takeoff, but perfectly fully rotated. That's fine. Let's watch it one more time in normal speed. I want a little bit more of the run up though. Okay, so this is an interesting one. Let's check what the handbook says about poor takeoff. Full blade, toe loop executed like a toe axle, or excessive rotation on the ice during takeoff. So for this one, we can't give a rotation change, for example, an under rotation or a downgrade, but we can take into account that he did pre-rotate that toe loop a little bit. Let's go back to the positive things first. So good height and length, yes. Good takeoff and landing, not gonna give just because of that toe loop takeoff. Effortless, yes, that looked really nice and good. Steps before the jump, creative entry, no, because there was a little bit of a lead up into the axle. Good body position, yes, and it matched the music, but we're capped at +3. So then let's go back to our reductions. So we've got, where are we looking? I'm not sure the preparation was long enough to give a long preparation reduction, but just to be, harsh, I will give one, because Deniss is one of my favourite skaters, so I might err on the side of being too generous. And then we do have poor takeoff, so we'll give another -1 for this one. So that's a +1 overall. And again, you can kind of see we're in a similar range to the judges here. Let's keep going. Okay, triple loop now. Let's watch that again nice and slowly. Deniss has a really nice command of the blade, even in between the elements. Look at how deep he gets into that bend, and yet off the ice by the half mark, that's perfectly fine for a loop, and fully rotated. Yeah, really, really lovely. Loops are one of my favourite jumps. Sorry, Ilya Malinin, I know you don't like them. I would like to see just a little bit more of a held landing for some of these, but I'm being nitpicky, so good height and length, yes. Good takeoff and landing, yes. Looked pretty effortless. I didn't see any steps or creative entry before, it looked kind of standard. Good body position, and it matched the music. This choreography is so good. So I'm going to give this a +5. And the judges can argue with me on that because I'm right and they're wrong. Alright, let's keep going. Just such good ice coverage, really nice changes in speed, flow, direction, pretty much everything you want to see in a choreographic sequence. Creativity and originality, there's a lot of variation in it, so yes, I'm going to give that. Definitely matches the concept of the music from that section. So, pardon me for getting a little bit musical nerdy here, but Dvorak's Ninth Symphony, it has four sections, four major sections to it, four movements. From that movement, it's very sort of light and airy. Deniss absolutely matched that. You could hear just at the end of that clip as the music changed into the fourth movement, the character changed a little bit, but yes, he reflected that very well. Effortless with good energy, flow, and execution, yes. As I said as we were watching that, good ice coverage, interesting variation, flow, everything. Good clarity, yes, and commitment and control of the whole body. So I have to give this a +5, which again the judges did not for some reason. I want to know what they think he needed to do better. Sorry, just cut it a little bit because an advert popped up for some reason. Just going to watch the axle again in slow motion. Again, he comes off really nice and early. I'm going to be harsh and I'm going to give this Q. Probably see I'm being harsher than the judges. You can see just from how much ice flew up that it probably was lacking a little bit of rotation, even in real time. Yeah, you could see just how much ice flew up there, which the judges didn't notice. But let's score it. So good height and length, yes. Good takeoff and landing. Again, I'm not going to give just because it was under rotated. Effortless, yes. Creative entry, no. Deniss is one of those people who has quite a long axel entry, similar to another one of my favourite skaters, Junwan Cha. Good body position, yes, and it matched the music. So we're capped at +3. Let's go and have a look at our reductions, and we've got landing on the quarter -2, so just a +1, but again, you can see this is where I'm harsher than the judges, especially the Korean judge who gave this +4. But I mean, if I didn't have the Q, I would have given it a +3. So because the technical panel didn't give the Q, that then led to the judges incorrectly scoring it. So it's kind of both departments, not just the judges, it's also the technical panel. Let's keep going. I mean, I love that spin so much. Let's just watch it. Let's keep an eye on. So he starts here. A little, I mean, it's difficult because of the movement of the camera, but there is a little bit of traveling. I don't know if you spotted it. Anyway, good speed and acceleration, absolutely. I love that trademark sit behind position he has. It's so good. Good controlled clear positions, absolutely. Effortless, of course. Maintaining a centered spin, no. Creative or original, I think Deniss is one of the few people who does that sit behind position, or definitely does it as well as he does. And it matched the music because it's repetitive bit of music, it's building, it's perfect for a spin. So we have to give this a +5. Judges gave it +4s. Okay, maybe I'm a little bit generous. Let's keep going. And of course, the event where I was there, we had in-time clapping. The camera angle change in the middle is going to be a little bit of a problem, but we'll do our best. I mean, look at that gorgeous outside edge. That is textbook. They should copy and paste this for usage in there. And I mean, look at where he comes off the ice at the quarter mark. Perfect takeoff. And fully rotated. Again, a little bit of a toe axle on this one. He is off by the half mark. And it's fully rotated, you could see that earlier. So yeah, not bad on the Lutz toe loop. Especially on that Lutz. Unikim would be proud of a Lutz like that. So we've got good height and length, yes. Good takeoff and landing. I'm not going to give just because of the toe loop again. I'd love to give it because of how gorgeous that triple Lutz was, but I'm going to be harsh. Effortless, yes, it looked pretty effortless. He had a short entry into the Lutz, but it wasn't, I wouldn't say it was especially creative. Good body position, yes, and it matched the music. So we're capped at +3 again, and where were I looking? Poor takeoff. I'm going to give a -1 for this one, similar to the triple axle double toe loop combination. So I'm going to give this a +2, and you can see again similar sort of scores. Not sure why the Canadian judge gave it 0, but okay. This is the third time I've had to re-record the next jump because my system hates me. Let's keep going. Really good creative entry for this flip. Let's re-watch it nice and slowly. For this, I would love to go into full screen to show you more detail, but that's what's been causing the problems, so forgive me, this is a little bit challenging. Now, I'd love to go into full screen, but that's what keeps kicking me out. You can see from the leg position, I mean, it's quite a slight inside edge, but he does have an inside edge. It's really challenging to see from this angle, I'm afraid. I encourage you to go back, re-watch it another time. You can see here, again, really challenging because of the placement. I'd love to go full screen, but he's coming off well before the quarter mark and fully rotated. So let's re-watch it again in real time because why not? It's a really nice jump. This choreography is incredible. I'm in awe of this choreography. So we have good height and length, yes. Good takeoff and landing, yes. Pretty effortless. There was the creative entry of the spread eagle. Good body position, and it matches the music. So really lovely triple flip. I'm giving it +5. Judges gave it +3. Sure. Let's keep going. Okay, you can see how much the crowd loved the final jumping pass. Let's watch this nice and slow. I mean, look at that perfect angle to see just how good that Lutz edge is. And you can see he comes off so early. Fully rotated. Perfect Euler, no step overs, no weird and wonderful things. And then really nicely off at the Salchow. And then a huge delayed double Salchow. I'm joking, of course it was a popped triple, but it still looked really nice. So let's watch it back. Let's go back a little bit more. So, I mean, I still get chills watching that jumping pass. So we have good height and length, yes. Good takeoff and landing, yes. Pretty effortless. I wouldn't say there was a particularly creative entry. Good body position, and it really matched the music. Every single part of that combination matched the music. So I am giving that whole combination a +5. I would personally like to fight the Italian judge, because what did they see? I suppose if I'm being thorough, we should double check the deductions. But I mean, I'm not seeing anything. The only thing potentially is if they took the popped jump as like lacking rotation, but it's not like it's not an under rotation, it's not a downgrade, it's none of those. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it as it is. Maybe I'm too generous, who knows. Did you see how nice that change of edge was and how much control he maintained? And look at how well centered that spin was. That had really good speed and acceleration, like very good consistent speed throughout, really clear positions. It was effortless. It was so well centered in every position, and it matched the music. Wasn't particularly creative or original, but yeah, I'm still giving it a +5 because it was beautiful. Again, similar. I'm a little bit more generous than the judges here. But this is where Deniss really shines in his gorgeous step sequences. Look at how deep the edges are. Look at the full body commitment. And look at how quickly he maintains and builds up speed again. Deniss Vasiljevs should give classes on triple lutzes, spins, and step sequences. There were beautiful, deep, clean edges, clean turns, steps, everything. Yes, it matched the music. It was delicate but building, which I really loved. Effortless, good energy, flow, execution. Creative, yes, I'll give him that. Really good ice coverage, and so much light and shade, so much acceleration and deceleration. It has to be a +5. It has to. I'm very glad that the Canadian judge is finally agreeing with me on something. And one more spin to go. Centered that really, really well. That spin was centered so nicely, so quickly. So really good speed, yes. He maintained speed very well throughout all of the positions. Good clear positions, yes. Effortless, yes. Centered, yes. Some creative and original positions in there, yes. And it matched the music because that was just the building ending. Really, really lovely. So these are my final GOE for the jumping passes. So we range from -1 to quite a few +5s actually. Maybe I'm being a touch generous. Composition, I don't know why nothing is in the 9s here. I think composition has to at least be a 9.25, presentation has to be a 9.5, and skating skills have to be a 9.5. I think the judges really snubbed him on the whole presentation side, because composition wise everything fitted so well with the music. There was a beautiful spread between the steps, the jumps, the choreographic sequences all throughout, and it was all blended together with really lovely choreography. I mean, I'd like to see a little bit more creative entries and exits into jumps, but even still, between the elements, there was still so much choreography. Presentation wise, Deniss really matched the feel of the program. It's a difficult piece to skate to because it is so big and so powerful, but Deniss really rose to it. And skating skills, Dennis's control of the blade is incredible. So what score did I give him? I gave Deniss 187.6 compared to 171.55. I mean, I gave 9 points extra on the technical side, and I gave 8 points extra, 7 points extra on the component score side. You're welcome to disagree with me. I'd love to see your own perspectives in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, I really appreciate it. If there's a program you'd like me to rescore or a video topic you'd like me to cover, please do let me know in the comments. My card with my links is in the description, along with my links to my social media. Thank you for all of your support, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!